Ryan.
Great. Why? What have you heard? Yeah, okay. Well, my question is that, you know that the materials that they made the cone heads with, are those edible?
Edible? No. And based on them being made in 1975, I'd assume that they're highly toxic.
Oh, okay. So if somebody, hypothetically took a couple of nibbles backstage and, got excited, should they go to the hospital or should they?
Yes, they should go to the hospital right away.
Good.
Drama.
So pretty much people were, going after him because he made a joke of his wife's sexual harassment. And, the thing is this, if she was truly sexually harassed, oh yeah, and I'm Team Justin, then why would he make a joke of this? In about 2 days, I'm sure we'll be hearing she'll be going to the mental institution or wherever recovery center the celebrities go to. Jen, I know you've been kind of keeping up with this. What's your thoughts on his SNL stunt and him supporting his wife?
I think if you look at Blake Lively's face, she looks like she has no clue that was even going to happen. She looked extremely uncomfortable, and she was where's this about to go? And then the couple people behind her, because I watched this clip earlier a couple times, they were all like, what? Like, what's happening? Like it was, many people felt it was weird, and because it is weird. And Ryan is also just very weird. With all this, and Candace Owens did an amazing job, as she's such a good journalist, uncovering so many details of this story. But the fact that he even made fun of Justin Baldoni in his own movies, this is how much this stuff ruminates and sits in his mind. He's kind of obsessive and controlling in a weird way. So I thought it was just very weird and confusing, which I also just am kind of fully against SNL in general. I don't know. They're not even that funny anymore. To me, it's not even that. It used to be so funny when we were younger. I used to love that show. It's just not even that funny anymore. So I thought it was weird.
I mean, I agree.
Mia, you've been keeping up with this. Give everybody the backstory on what he said. What's your thoughts?
I mean, I am absolutely Team Justin. I think Blake Lively took over that movie and it wasn't very well received, and I think she was doing some damage control, and that's why these lawsuits have been filed. That's why she filed with the California Board of Labor or whatever up there. Ryan Reynolds' ex-wife never has anything good to say about him, and she's extremely tight-lipped because they are both A-list stars, and I just think that most people don't really have good things to say about him, and that kind of shows the depth of somebody's character when you don't have a lot of people that say good things about you. So he seems like a dick. And it's a dick move to embarrass your wife like that. And it's probably part of his humiliation scheme to keep her in line, because at the end of the day, he's the bigger star. He makes the most money. They have 4 kids and counting. So, I mean, it's an interesting dynamic between the two of them, and probably a little bit of abuse thrown in their marriage.
You think he abuses her?
I think there's probably, I'm not saying physical. I would never say that. Obviously, I couldn't prove that, but I feel like there's probably manipulation, narcissistic characteristics there that would lead to maybe a little bit of an emotional abuse going on, because it seemed like she was perfectly fine. Like everything was going good until her husband saw that she actually liked Justin Baldoni. And then I think that is when the triggered snapped. That's when he got triggered. That's when everything snapped, because up until that point, they were fine. Their interactions were fine. They were fine. She had not spoken ill about him. She had not leaked anything to the press during filming, nothing like that. And even in the emails that we had seen and whatnot, Justin Baldoni and his team were frustrated by her, but they were obviously keeping all of their documentation, but there had never been anything. She wasn't threatening to go to the labor board because he breathed in her ear or anything like that. So it stands to reason, once Ryan realized his wife actually has a little crush on her co-star, which I'm sure bruised his ego a little bit and probably triggered God knows what inside him. So I feel like there's a little bit of emotional manipulation going on there.
I agree with me, and I'm gonna ask you this, Greg, because I know you haven't been keeping up. I want to get your opinion. They were texting really late at night, y'all, 2, 3 in the morning, because I read the whole packet he released. Gray, do you think that is what was behind this? I mean, as a man, how would you feel if your wife was a very, sexual movie, some scenes, got intimate, they were working with an intimate coach, and allegedly, this is what triggered him, supposedly. Justin Baldoni asked her trainer how much she weighs. He found out, made him angry. Would that trigger you as a husband, or is the texting late at night you think what triggered it?
Did y'all see the movie?
Yes.
Okay, so if I was Ryan Reynolds watching that movie, and I was watching that movie,
you saw it?
Ryan Reynolds, and I seen it, and I was like, oh, man, I think she might have did something with bro. So I know from the premiere, Ryan Reynolds was around with her. The car was like, "Did y'all sleep together? Did you do it? I know you did it." Right. So I know how he felt watching that movie. So I don't blame Ryan Reynolds for reacting the way he did. He said, "Forget my career. You done went on TV. You got me looking crazy out here. You done let him do all of this." I agree with Mia. That's embarrassing.
But you know that there was like, this is the other juicy part about this, y'all. There was 3 versions to this damn movie. I don't even know which version we saw. But remember, Mia, you read it. There was 3 versions. I'm curious what the other scenes really looked like. Like, was it more juicy than that?
Well, the crazy thing is that, like, so what you guys saw in the movies was like Blake's version. So Blake and Ryan forced Sony to release her version. But the deal was Blake would do her cut, or Blake and Ryan, I should say, would do their cut. And then Justin Baldoni would do his cut. And they would, they're going to do it. They're going to test in front of audience to see how well received they are. They're going to get feedback from the audience. Well, Justin Baldoni's cut actually had better feedback. And that was per the agreement. Sony was supposed to release Justin Baldoni's cut because his cut scored higher, but that's not what happened. So I would actually love to see Justin Baldoni's cut.
Me too.
I would like to see the actual director's cut because that rated higher with people. So it just,
the movie was great though.
Like we got screwed over by this.
Like for me, what screwed it over was the message got lost because of all their drama. Like, Jenna, did you see the movie? What do you think about the movie?
No, I didn't watch the movie. I don't really watch movies, but as much. But what I will say, and I have a different perspective on this because I was a performer. So I kissed men every night. I got naked during shows, and I know what being an artist is like. And I'll just say, I was in a relationship for 7 years, and he was aware of what the work was, and it was a very intimate show. And that's just kind of the whole point, is to play a character. I've watched many movies in the past, or watched shows where I'm like, oh my gosh, are they together? I mean, that's kind of the point. You have to it's supposed to look real. So I'm not saying people don't fall in love on set. I know many people that ended up falling in love and have babies and are married now from being in the show I was in, or just in general. Like, that can definitely happen. And that's what's confusing, is because sometimes the line is blurred and you're not sure. And because there's a part of acting that's called the Meisner technique, or method acting, is something and other people understand it better. And that's what Heath Ledger did, where you feel and you make yourself really feel as if it's happening to you right now. And you use either old memories and old things. So like, you're emulating the feeling. So it could get confusing because you genuinely feel you're in love with someone, but you're playing a character. And then let's say you're on set for months, you're filming, or the show I was in was years. And just to preface, because I said the naked thing and I should have not said that. The scene was I was committing suicide in a bathtub, so it wasn't a sexual thing, but just because that's going to come back to haunt me in like 10 years. But my point is that being in the arts, there is a difference and a way that you handle person-to-person interaction that is, it's kind of, if you just haven't been in it, then it's harder to understand. Not that you can't understand, but it's just like, there's this thing that where, that's just what it was. That's the way you interact with people, but the lines get blurred. It can get confusing. I know there's been nights where I was like, oh my gosh, do I actually like that person? And that's what's hard, because
So you have felt that before, Jenna. I always wanted to ask an actor that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. I was, again, I was in a show for 9 years. Like, there were some people I was performing with for years. And the roles, I did many roles, but the 2 I did the most was a husband and wife couple. And that's confusing. And also the performance, the dancing was very dangerous. It's not like on like a stage where we're dancing up and down. This is 5-story building. I'm like getting thrown off of like a pile of furniture. And I saw the trust level and while you're performing with people like right next to you, it's like you just get this, you get very close with people. You get very close with them. And so, yeah, it could be confusing. I just wanted to add that other color to this because I think if you're not an artist, it's something that is like, whoa, how are they doing that? And people, though, I have friends that not many people were not dating artists. I wasn't dating an artist. He just, though, met me. That's what he knew. We met in college and I was always dancing. But I had some girlfriends that their boyfriends weren't in the arts and they had a very hard time with them being an artist, even doing photo shoots where you're maybe dressed a little not too, covered up. So just to add that color for everyone.
Oh no, that was great, man. I should have had you on the show with me when I talked about this, Jenna. I was like, I need to get an actress on. I want to know like the tea because did you see the uncut scenes at least with her and him?
Yeah, I watched like where they were like I watched clips where they were like talking
with
during
the dancing
and stuff. Yeah.
Do you think he was inappropriate? That was all I wanted to ask.
No, I didn't think so. I didn't think so at all. Like that seemed like a very normal interaction. To me, in that moment, she maybe looked like she was trying to control the way, because they were improvising. So it looked like she was trying to lead the improvising. That was the only uncomfortable thing I sensed from it. I think she wanted him to follow her lead, and he was just trying to like actually improvise and just go with it and not have anyone necessarily leading. But I didn't think anything necessarily was very weird. That's what you do. Again, you're supposed to, why are movies so amazing and art so amazing? It's because you don't think that they're acting. You feel like it's real,
Right.
So they got to make it seem like it's real.
Well, Jenna, I wasn't as famous as you, but I did take drama class in middle school. And like one of like my second or third kiss, a girl did kiss me on stage, and I was like, "Dang, bro, you see this? She liked me, bro." Like, so I get what you said.
Yeah. Was that a part of the scene? It was a kiss.
It was improv. We were just practicing. It happened.
Oh, that's a big.
Improv.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say in the at least the show I was in, or usually and even the intimacy coordinator that Blake speaks about, she said that they actually at first didn't even get one, that she was the intimacy coordinator, which is very weird.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you never have yourself be it. That actually makes no sense, because the whole point is to have a third party that could like kind of mediate if someone is uncomfortable with something and maybe doesn't want to say it. Let's say you could tell the intimacy coach like, oh, I don't want that person putting their hand on this part of my back, only the upper part of my back, for example. Like you could get very specific like that, which some people would. And also, I'll be honest, like sometimes it would be often based off of like how close I was with someone, or maybe just did we vibe or not. But there were some things I was so fine with one partner doing, and then another partner I'd be like, no, we don't go, like, don't touch me there, or we just kiss very like surface level. So I think it's also just, it's the same thing with friends. Like there's some people you vibe with and some people you don't.
True.
Well, I can see also why Ryan would be insecure, because I'm going to be honest, just objectively speaking, Justin Baldoni's handsome. He's tall, he's tan, he's Italian, he's just handsome. I mean, I would not want my wife performing with him. I'd be like, nope.
But he's the funny guy. I thought girls like the funny guy.
No, you talking about Ryan Reynolds. She's talking about the guy that's getting sued.
Yeah,
Justin Baldoni.
That's what I'm saying. Ryan Reynolds is the funny guy. Girls always say, "Oh, he makes me laugh."
Oh yeah.
But
also, Justin Baldoni is not Italian. He's Jewish. Or wait, yeah, he's Jewish.
Oh my God, he looks Italian.
The Italian Jew. That's a very classic mix, though. That's what I am.
He's half.
Yeah.
My bad. He's half. Because I was like, I knew. So yeah, Jenny. Mia, you were half right.
I only get half credit.
He's yeah. I mean, but yeah, he's tall, dark, and handsome.
And don't get me wrong, Ryan's funny, but he's kind of like a one-trick pony. That's all he ever is funny. I mean, like I've been watching this guy like for the last 20 years on screen, and he's like, that's it. He's just funny. I haven't seen any serious roles. I haven't seen anything else from him. his like catalog of movies and performances only seem to be him being a sarcastic, funny person that annoys other people. That literally seems to be it. There's nothing else.
Well,
I never saw it. Yeah.
We're gonna do some closing thoughts. I saw in the chat people are like, "Why y'all care about celebrities?" This is my closing thoughts. Why is this important? This is important. All these stories are important because it represents where we're going as society, and in particular, this story because it shows don't believe all women. We had two parallels tonight. We had Andrew Tate, where they're saying they can't find enough evidence, even though he's going after little girls, and we have this made-up story where they're going after this poor guy Justin Baldoni. I don't know what to say about that. I guess receipts lie. Receipts tell the truth. Numbers don't. Like, I don't know. Like something's amiss here, but we can't believe all women. And so Justin Baldoni, hopefully justice will come for you. That's my closing thoughts. Jenna, what's your closing thoughts?
I think I just blacked out and I just had a very awesome conversation tonight. I feel like we touched on so many topics and it was really fun. And I appreciate you guys always bringing me on. And for Gray and Mia and Nora, thank you for the conversation. It was lovely.
This is a great team, right? Jenna, you like this team right here? All right. Well, hopefully Mia will come back with us. Well, Mia has to work some nights. Mia, what's your closing thoughts?
So to touch on what you were talking about when it comes to why we talk about celebrities and whatnot, and it's like sometimes you need like a palate cleanser of talking about celebrities than always talking about politics 24/7. Sometimes you need to talk about something else. Like it really is like it's just like a palate cleanser. It's nice, it's funny. It doesn't really concern us in the grand scheme of things. They're not changing legislation. And we can totally pick on them because they're celebrities. And at the end of the day, they put themselves out there for us to talk crap about them. And it's fun. I'm sorry. It's the truth. And I will say that when it comes to Andrew Tate and whatnot, I still stand by. He's a scumbag. And Team Justin, I'm in his corner if he ever wants to cast me in a film.
Oh, come on, holla at Mia. Let's get her cast. Jenna might know some people. Jenna, you got some connections, and just kidding.
I still know.
Yeah.
People.
Oh, you see that, Mia? You see that? All right. Gray, what's your closing thoughts? You were the lone man here.
I was a lone man here. I was a lone Democrat. But I know what a lot of Republicans say. I'm a girl anyways because I'm a Democrat. But as you can see, even here with all these conservative girls on here, they still are just like every other woman. They want the nice guy. They want the guy to act right. So as you can see, we're not all that different. That's my closing thoughts.
Oh, that was so charming. So yeah, we appreciate the partnership with the beautiful Jenna Morgan. Who knows? She's going to take off. She's going to get 1 million views and she's going to be like, forget you guys. I don't need you. I'm just joking. So I appreciate Jenna. I love her heart. She's a beautiful girl. If you're not following her, please go follow her. But we'll be back here Thursday night. We're going to be continuing our Black History series. RJ sent me this documentary I'm gonna get clips from. So RJ, thank you so much for being a fan and following us. We will be talking about the true African diaspora. Also, tomorrow night, Gray, we're back with the Man Cave. You want to let everybody know about the Man Cave?
Yeah, on the Man Cave. We got a Red Pill guy over there, so you come get your own version of Red Pill. I don't know what the topic is yet, but every Monday and Wednesday, we'll be coming with the Man Cave on the New Party channel. All
right. Well, like we always say on the New Party, always vote. God bless everyone. Thank you.
You guys have a good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Introducing the New Party. We live stream every Tuesday and Thursday p.m. Eastern Standard Time.